Because service design is not a defined discipline in many ways. It's a method, a way of thinking, a way of approaching things. So it has a potential to deal with many of the challenges we face, like the climate change, the poverty, the inclusion, AI, all those new technology.
Service design looks at systems and how systems work. And the complexity of systems, and tries to understand the issues we're facing as complex systemic problems. And it is a very collaborative discipline as well.
The service design program is a one-year master course which aims to equip students with the tools and methods to approach service innovation. But what is service innovation basically? Is to try to improve how services work.
Our materials are humans. Our materials are delivering service, drawing down on services, creating those. Humans are chaotic and complex. And whilst we might have a wicked plan and this is how we're going to do it and this is how it's going to be delivered, actually a service isn't a service until someone uses it. And one could even go as far as to say that each service becomes unique because everybody has very, very different responses to them.
What we're trying to allow our students to do is to understand what else can be done in terms of service design. And by that I mean, for instance, moving away from this user-centric approach and understanding other stakeholders, perhaps non-human stakeholders, understanding what are the new relations between different stakeholders, the government, the private sector, and also the charity sector.
Most of the learning comes from practicing real-world projects. And on top of that, trying to nurture self-reflection and connect those with current learnings and research outputs from the discipline.
Our students have the opportunity to work on live project briefs where project partners from different sectors want to understand service design by focusing on challenges that they face. And those challenges our students can take and really try to apply the tools and the knowledge that they're learning and show the industry partners what can be achieved in working in that way and putting people at the centre as well as the planet and society and thinking very systemically.
Because there's project-based learning, we encourage students to collaborate with each other, but also with people in the industry, expertise, or designers or other researchers from wider disciplines.
All of us in our team, we are practitioners and we do active service design work in the field, in different spaces, working with large organizations, the public sector, charities, but also we conduct research at the very high level. So it's interesting to see how we try to go for very virtuous cycles in terms of bringing our students on board and also actively asking them to contribute to research projects in which we are involved.
It helps that some of the tutors are working in the industry, so they actually understand that service design is more than what the industry sees sometimes, and it's not just about the tools that people think service design is about. It's the approach that you bring. It's a lot more than the tools, and they recognize that, and so they talk about how you can go in and show them this and then show them what more you can do.
I think my practice has become more nuanced over time. I've enjoyed collaborating with students from different disciplines and also being able to reflect on what I've been doing all these years and how I can improve it. Coming to RCA, I have learned to observe these things and being able to map them out, being able to see how they interact and handle this complexity, and being able to articulate and communicate this to other stakeholders is something that RCA has really helped me with.
RCA really changed what I think as a designer. They gave us a very diverse of opportunity to collaborations with LBS, Imperial College London, the kind of opportunity I didn't get before.
I think the fact that you're in London, it's important to go beyond just what RCA is giving you and setting up for you to explore the other events that are happening in the city. If there's a particular field that you're interested in, go for that, look at what they're doing, what are the talks that are happening, because that also gives you that lens into what's happening out in the world.
One of the best assets we have is people. People from trained as doctors, journalists, they're all coming together. So everybody bring in slightly different skill sets and understanding of that issue. So that opportunity, when they collaborate together, they learn from each other.
Because we're a relatively young program, we've kept a very strong tie with our alumni we still feel like a family, and we are now doing an annual get together at the end of the academic year where we can celebrate our current student achievements, but we're also bringing back alumni from different cohorts to share their stories, to share their advice, and to hang out together. And so that makes for a really exciting, challenging mix of ambition and passion, and really wanted to use design and service design to make change in organisations and ultimately society and the planet. And that's what we've been doing ever since.